Here we are again. Let's just get right into the action, I guess. Hope you all are doing wonderfully today. Let's get my pony out. Represent the ponies that we're handling in this horse.
A bonus board. The festival crew have placed a whole load of them around to help festival drivers gain a little
Yeah, so it
ground
turns out
outside of
that if you just have ABS on, the game's piss easy. Hey Convoy, thanks for grabbing your daily stew and congrats on being first today. Hope you're doing well. Hey Crumb, thanks for grabbing your daily stew. Bleh. Need for need. You got a need to be a steed, Crumb? Is that what you're telling me? We should swap cars, hold on. Let's do like... see about a faster car. Everyone needs a Thneed. I am the Lorax, Crumb, and I speak for the trees, and the trees say no. Hey, Cybercat. Believe in Oog. Oog drive good. Oog no drive good, but thank you for believing Oog. Oog try hard. Welcome, Cybercat. Hope you're doing well today. Trees say fuck you. No, the trees say fuck you, Crumb. Thanks for grabbing your daily stew, Vay. Yep, Oog drive good, me promise. Totally not fighting against traction control. Yep. Do not worry. I hate you. Yeah, you clearly hate me so much, Crumb. I can't believe you. How's everyone doing today, though? Hope you're all chilling just like I am.
You found a mascot. And smashed it, of course. There's a unique mascot flavor in
Don't worry
each
about my
region.
drive. Look. Alright, I just want you to know that in my daily life, I'm typically not driving and trying to take corners at over 100 miles per hour. I just want you to know that, alright, Crumb? I know it may be hard to believe, but I typically like to take corners at like 30 miles per hour, maybe 40 max. Cars sure do like to slide, though. Why don't you get good, Crumb, huh? I fail to see how this is anything but your fault. Yeah, it's what I thought, Crumb. The truck... No! I hate trucks. I hopefully will never touch a truck in this game. I hate trucks. They're big, they're loud, the drivers usually are assholes. The lights are too bright. Hey Quinty, thanks for grabbing your daily stew. How are you doing today? Would a truck be in a racing game? Unfortunately, trucks can go very fast. And you don't usually have to model in gas in a game. Because the biggest thing about trucks is that they use up a ton of gas. So sleepy. Get some sleep, Quinty. Thanks for stopping by and grabbing your daily stew, but get some sleep if you need it. Get some rest. Hey, get out my way! He's looking one of those minivans, but you don't see one of those in Forza. Funny you should mention that, Crumb. What if I told you that there was a minivan in Forza? Fight that ABS. What's, incredible news, Crumb? Yeah, so it turns out once I turn on ABS, the game turns a lot easier. Who would have thunk that, automatic braking and brake control is OP. Put a minivan in there, of course. Gotta represent all players, right? Don't mind me just crashing through the gates. And they'll fix it. Not my problem. I drive. Gonna be honest, the fastest I've ever gone on snow, though, is like 330 miles an hour. Ice is so slippery, it sucks to drive in. You're fighting traction control and the car keeps moving forward when you don't want it to. Uh-oh. Okay, hold on. I forgot Forza's quote-unquote realistic. Yeah, don't take the hill too fast, otherwise you'll flip. Gotta take the hill slower-ish. I mean, look, that's the realistic way of going across a hill. Realistically, if you make a jump, it's not like in the movies where, you know, you're like soaring in the air. Cars are heavy, you will come down fast, and the ground will meet you much faster than you would like, probably. And thanks for your daily stew, Magic Cybercat. But yes, Oog, drive well. Old of you to realize I know how cars work on hills, my country... You know, there's a joke about... There's a couple, Dutch YouTubers I watch, and then the joke's like, the tallest Dutch mountain, and it's an anthill.
Okay, Ju, I have
Oog drive so good. Yeah, Oog drive good. Thanks for grabbing your daily stew and stopping by today. Actually, yeah.
Some rumors about what we might be up against, and that mech in the festival site is starting to look really suspicious.
Oh, yeah, I need to figure out how to drive. Corner's hard. Turn from ads. Welcome, Vey. Sorry about ads. If I could turn them off, I would. I've put it to vote several times, though. I think most people prefer the 3 minutes every hour with no pre-roll to the 30 seconds every hour with pre-rolls. So, there's that, I guess. I do wish that there was a way to turn them off, because I really don't care for them personally. But I guess Twitch needs to make its moolah. It's a hill and it's like 300 odd meters high. However, if you count territories outside mainland. You know we don't count anything off of the mainland, Quinty. How many times have you seen someone like look at Alaska or Hawaii or Puerto Rico and say, "Yep, that's America, all right"? Oh, good, I totally get it. I prefer 3 as well. It's just sad. Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. I think I said thank you all for coming by and for the stews while you were in ads, so if you didn't hear me say that, I apologize. Hope you all are doing well. Thank you all so much. I mean, they count tax-wise and voting-wise. Yeah, so does Alaska and Hawaii. But people don't look at Alaska and Hawaii and be like, yep, that's America. Eh. You do? Well, you know what, Quinty? You're just a special kind of special. How about that? Let's take the Mazda. Why not? I think I said this last time, but I've ridden in so many Miatas that friends owned. They are like the bumpiest rides because they are so low to the ground, and the tires usually have like the worst suspension. I am special. Thank you for noticing. Yes, yes, yes. I know. Magical Pony. I remember back in the day, my school actually had a, like, brony club, and it was, like, the bleed over from the anime club to the brony club was very high, and since I was part of the anime club back then, even though I don't really watch anime anymore, I did know a lot of the people that were bronies, so I knew a lot of, like, information about My Little Pony through, like, third-party circumstances. Oh, hey, that's an anime livery. I like how they incorporate the user liveries. Oh. Thank you for being my corner. You a brony? You wish, Ryan. I will say you wish. Beeves, bronies, furries, or some of Venn diagram. Lots of overlap. Yeah, I mean, look. I'm gonna be honest. I may not seem the type now, but I used to be like the introvert type, wearing a jacket everywhere, you know, keeping to myself. The very like, oh, they don't know my pain. No, they could never understand my pain. Type of guy. And then, like, as I grew up and, you know, I saw more of the world, I understood that, it's kind of just better to be nice to people and to, like, try and get to know them. Because everyone has a story, even if they'll never tell you it, you know what I mean? So, I just learned to try and get to know people better, and wanted to, you know, meet a lot of people, get a lot of perspectives. So I think, personally, to be a well-rounded person, as I failed around a corner, you should have many perspectives to draw upon, and, like, a lot of data points to reinforce or change your conclusions on the world. But I wish. I don't know. Maybe you are, maybe you're not, Ryan. Who's to say? It's nice to be nice. Yes, it is very nice to be nice. I just hope I come off as someone that is nice and not, like, super intimidating. That's my only real hope, is that, like, people see me, they meet me, and, you know, they're like, yeah, Duke's a cool guy. I'm happy to know him. And mutual respect goes a long way. Unicorns are cool, I recommend being one. Noted. I think the ones with wings are cooler, though. Everyone dealing with their own issues in life, and hard to judge their life when it's not... Yeah. It's very easy when it's not your problem to kind of laugh it off, but, you know. Ironically, that's why I say that sympathy is harder than empathy. It's very much harder to feel bad for someone who's gone through something you've never gone through. But it is much easier to, like, put yourself in someone's shoes when you've actually gone through it.
Okay, Jude.
I think you're pretty cool. Thank you, Cybercat. I think you're cool, too. You a punk ass. Alright, fine. You know what? Just to you, Ryan. Just to you. So can you be cool? Thank you. Could maybe use like 10% more whimsy. Someone's got to be the straight man sometimes, you know? You gotta have like one serious person per 3 whimsical people. I aim to be that serious person. Says the man holding a silly hobby horse. Look, even serious people can't be 100% serious all the time. I aim to be like 85% serious, alright? Just because I lack joy and whimsy doesn't mean I have no joy and whimsy, you know? I'm not exchanging insurance information. We gotta go. We gotta bail. That you sigh when it's redeemed? Sigh when what's redeemed, Ryan? Because I like complimenting people, and that sigh is just, you know, it's a performative sigh, alright? I am what the streets call a performative male. Probably, maybe, I don't know. Duke filling his niche in the ecosystem as an 85%... Yeah. I'm here to make sure that you all, you know, are trustworthy and whatever. Do you carry the feminism book everywhere? Probably not. I don't know, that's not an actual book, is it? Very fair, gotta stay in character. Of course, you know. If you all knew my true joy and whimsical powers, you know, you would all be stunned into silence. Driving lessons, Duke? No, today we're gonna learn how to perform basic maneuvers together, because I cannot do them. Kinda like the WRX more. Can you do a kickflip? Let me call Tony Hawk, you know, he's my bro. He says no. Only Tony Hawk has the right to perform that. Sorry, Cinder. My Red Bull keeping me awake. It's so weird being on the right side as the driver, though, I will say. Especially as an American. I'm pretty sure the rest of the world drives, like, left side of road, right side driver's seat, though. Coming through. What'd I do to deserve the Jester hat this time, Quinty? Damn, not pirating the kickflip. Yeah, sorry. Out the way, dude. And today, Duke is not going to be teaching you how to drift because Duke cannot drift. Oh, the drifts are too tight. I gotta drive like it's F1 and slow down in the corners. Ugh. What if... Ugh. It's so trippy driving in first person on a course like this, though, I will say. Basically just have it mirrored. True. I'm doing well, though, Cinder. How are you doing today? Thanks for swinging by. I really appreciate that. Uh-oh. Intentional. I saw a couple game trailers today that I wanted to talk about too. Playing the sillies. I can't even drive. Honestly, probably best. I'm gonna be honest, I enjoy racing games. Like, I find them kind of fun even though I'm not particularly good at them. But driving in real life is kind of pain. I don't enjoy doing it, but I'm not bad at it compared to, like, other people on the road. Because all I've learned from driving in real life is that most people can't drive. No one applies their turn signals to change lanes. No one actually signals their turns. No one gives right-of-way. No one knows how to do a zipper merge. Everyone will, like, be an asshole to you if you let them. Tailgating, bright lights. But yeah, doing well. Eat time now. Sounds good, Quincy. Hope you have a good sleep. Thanks so much for stopping by today. Doing well? Excellent, excellent. Glad you're doing well, Cinder. And also, never do what I'm doing. This is basically the equivalent of texting and driving. And being able to rear-end the asshole is quite nice when you know there won't be any damage to your vehicle. Unfortunately, with modern cars, not an option anymore. Everything at the slightest touch gets crumpled, which, I mean, for road survivability is good, but for car repairs, it is not. Like, if I so much as touch a car with my car, I know that I'm at minimum incurring like $10,000 worth of damage. So I have to, you know, be realistic. Alright, let me pull out my little list of games that I saw trailers for today that I want to talk about. Oh. PON. I guess it's like a Russian game? But the it looked very amateurish, but the premise kind of hooked me. So it's like a first-person horror game, except that, like, you're a goon, and, like, you're surviving Batman. The horror is that you're a goon and Batman's after you, basically. Which I thought was a very interesting, like, take on the whole thing. Yeah, I thought it was a very cool idea that someone implemented. Like, the trailer is very amateur, and, like, they're doing their own voice acting in the trailer. So that was interesting. Let's see, another one that I saw is a game called Farsight, which I thought looked cool as well. Have you ever done, like, the eye tests at the, eye tests at the doctor where it's like,
the dirt race event.
And, like, there's a little house on the hill, and they ask you, like, how well you can see it. It basically takes that, except it's, like, all the images that, like, an eye doctor might show you, except you get, like, teleported into those places, and it's a horror game set inside of there. The premise seemed very interesting, too. I thought it was quite interesting. Especially coming off of like, you know, horror films like The Backrooms and whatnot. Very liminal spaces seem to be, like, the new big thing for horror. And also another small indie game that I thought had a very interesting premise, called War Fantasy. It's very obviously a riff on, you know, Call of Duty, but instead of being satirical, well, it is satirical, I guess, but, like, from what I understand, it's, the way that the trailer describes it is Stanley Parable meets Spec Ops: The Line. So it's a shooter that's critiquing shooters, which I think, despite enjoying the medium, I do think it's important to have games that, you know, expand your worldview horizons and, you know, ask you to at least take a look and be critical of the medium that you participate in. That sort of thing. Yeah, so it turns out I can't drive. You should probably take away my license now. Wonder if there's a statistic for how much property damage I've done by failing to turn. Did at least change the winter tires. Winter tires, schminter tires. Put on all your tires and leave them. Switching to winter tires is too much of a pain. If I slide on ice and die, I slide on ice and die. So be it. only imagine Duke sliding off the road and into the deep fjords of Norway saying that. Look, Duke in Norway is going to be body found, grandpa drowns, thought to be asleep at wheel. What can I say? And you know what? I hope that that's the tagline that they give my death. Old man thought to be 80 years old, actually 26. I'm grandpa maxing, if you will. Get out the way! Fuck your license plate. Just know they will brand your ass with the American tag. I know they will. Unfortunately, I know they will. This dumbass was going on the wrong side of the road. And by God, I must die a true American patriot. Drape that flag on my coffin, brother, 'cause ain't nothing gonna be better than it. Funny enough, since I am a veteran, if I actually do ever die, I do have the rights to be buried in a military, what's the word, burial area. Which I might do, because it's cheaper than having someone pay for, you know, a normal cremation or something. Bleak, but realistic. I love the if. Well, you never know, right? I think that's the big thing about life. Enjoy it, celebrate as much as you can, because as much as we hate to admit it, we may never see tomorrow, but rather than seeing that as a limitation and a reason to be scared, I think that that should be a reason for you to live your life to the fullest and enjoy the moments that you can. Make sure to tell the people that you love them, and how much they mean to you. Because nothing worse than regretting the moments that you had that you couldn't. Honestly, part of why I decided to stream. I've been wanting to stream for a long time. I never really had the financial ability or the setup to do it. But now, I don't really have an excuse anymore, so I told myself, if I want to do this, I need to hold myself to my word and just do it. If I enjoy it, I enjoy it, and if I don't, well, you know, we can cross that bridge when it comes. And I enjoy doing it, and you know what? The only thing I regret is not doing it sooner. So live life to the fullest, enjoy the things that you can, but don't regret too much on the times that you didn't or won't be. Live for tomorrow, not for yesterday. I don't know if that even makes sense. Duke wouldn't die, would give girls the ick. Yeah. Can't scare off the huzz, right? Am I saying it like the kids? Am I hip and cool?
Okay, Duke. I have set your route to the nearest time attack.
Well, let's see.
You can hit a time attack in a convoy, by the way. We all get thrown into a leaderboard together to see who's the best.
And whatever. Guess now you must invent the new brain rot. I'm too old for brain rot. I'm gonna be honest, my brain rot... Actually, you know what? No. Instead of inventing new brain rot, I'm gonna bring old brain rot back. Like those old, extremely absurdist memes. How many layers of irony are you on? I don't know, like 5 or 6, my dude. You are like a baby. Watch this. Suck. As if dementia isn't peak brain rot. You might be onto something there, Cinder, and I hate to admit it. Age isn't a constraint. I'd like to think it is. I don't know about you kids and your newfangled 6-7s and your Rizzlers and your dabbing. I don't understand none of it. Back in my day, we had the hippie hops and then bell-bottom jeans. Honestly, though, I'm not even that old, but it does feel like, I'm just out of touch. Like, by the time I get with an old meme like dabbing, or saying like Riz, it's already out of style, and the new thing's already a thing, and I'm struggling to accept it, and the cycle repeats all over again.
Okay, I like it. You just posted a faster lap. Dare to push it even more?
Nope. It's good enough for me. Well, you see, the older you get, the more all those brain rot words become power word cringe, and having such power at my disposal. I don't know. You can only make me cringe so many times before, like, I just come to accept that it is what it is, you know. The most powerful counter to brain rot is just accepting that it is what it is. Or cringe, I guess. Once you accept that it is what it is, nothing can hurt you anymore. Too much, Maybe I should try the third person. I haven't driven too much third person yet. Maybe it's easier than first. Something, Marcus Aurelius quote. I feel like I should be intelligent enough to know who that is. I'm guessing someone along the lines of, like, Machiavelli. Which, I don't know. Let me rant a little bit about Machiavelli for a second, actually. Machiavelli, in my opinion, is way too overhyped. Machiavelli was very much just like a dude who wrote The Prince because he didn't want to die and wanted to survive. And wanted to tell the new rulers that, like, oh yeah, you're awesome, I want to support you. Don't kill me, please. Okay. Well, it increased my difficulty, so fingers crossed. And, like, if people were, like, judging Machiavelli objectively based on his ideals and, like, his works as a whole, I think we wouldn't exactly, like, hold him to as high of a candle as people typically hold him. But because people take the work of the Prince at face value and use it to, like, try and explain, use it to explain why evil is a necessity or good, right? That Machiavelli has the reputation that he does today. I mean, there's a reason why why people that are called Machiavellian aren't exactly a positive term, you know? Mr. Mark... Oh, yeah, the Roman Emperor. Oh, yeah, I remember now. Yeah. I mean, having Machiavellian traits isn't usually seen as... It isn't, but I seem to feel that Machiavelli, in general, and his works are seen in a more positive light. Maybe that's just me, though. And maybe that speaks a lot more about the people I hang out with than anything else. And I'm neck and neck with this guy. Come on. Oh, inside turn, out. Goodbye, guy shed. I mean, if people are willing to take advice from Machiavelli, then I don't know, maybe he had a point. It's not really advice from Machiavelli, I'd say. It's more along the lines of, like, justification. I don't know. Because very much Machiavelli, at least in The Prince, like, if you disregard his other works and only see him as for The Prince, it's very much like a, justification of why being evil is a necessity and good. But again, that's just my opinion, I suppose.
Okay, Duke. What do you want to do?
Why not?
Okay, Duke. I have set your route to the road race event.
That's a Mazda. God, I hate trucks. May I never have to drive one in real life. Should expose Machiavelli to the Holy Spirit and make him feel something in his life. Yeah, just, you know, hop in my hot tub time machine and we'll get right to it. Or remorse would be a great... I mean, that's the thing, right? Is that the unfortunate reality is that sympathy and empathy are traits that are very hard to teach someone. Because for most people, I would at least hope that it's something kind of innate, right? And not necessarily always something to be taught. But the issue is that there are people who see it as, you know, like... Ooh, Nissan GTR. You know what? I like a GTR. Yeah, we're going fast. Vroom. I mean, there are people who read certain people's books and unironically agree with them, despite the books not exactly being, you know, the best, as one might say. This car's kind of fast. Oops, excuse me. Not exchanging insurance info. I know, right? I don't know what Dr. Seuss was on about and why so many people agree with him. Just because he could rhyme with ham. Exactly! Sam I am. I will not eat green eggs and ham. I would not on a boat. I would not on a coat. I would not here. I would not there. I would not anywhere. Sam I am. Hey, you could count fish too. 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish. Lerovich fish, tuna fish, something fish. I don't know where I was going with this joke of fish. Maybe off a cliff, I guess. Nope, there's no saving that turn. It was too late by that point. Yellow gear's good. Oh. And we're dead. And that's why I don't race on public roads. Oh, power, power, power. Don't you worry, you're the Stig, you can't die. Worse. I am the reverse Stig, unfortunately. The Gits? Yeah, I'm the Gits. I'm the Git, actually. Whee! Saving it, saving it. Saved it! It's actually doing a PSA on the dangers of height. Yep, yep. Everything is totally intentional. I'm just doing a PSA. And it's not just my poor driving. If I'm gonna be honest, though, the best commercial I ever saw that was like a PSA for, like, high-speed driving was, I can't remember which country it was. I want to say it was actually, like, maybe a Scandinavian country? But it was like a PSA where it's like a GoPro POV of a guy driving really fast on a bike, overtaking blind, and then once he like pulled up to pass the semi, there was another semi coming the other way, or a car, and then like it just stops abruptly right before it hits. And then he looks away, and then he looks again, and there's the devil. Or not devil, Grim Reaper. I know I said devil. That one's cheap enough, I can put in storage. Oh yeah, I remember... Yeah! I think that one's like a pretty good one in my opinion. Oh god, hold on. Alright, time to drive some shit boxes. Let's go. I drive shit boxes on principle. My economy shitbox is better than your economy shitbox. Hey, you like that drift? Yeah, drifting at 40 miles an hour. Practically the speed of sound. High octane. You know, the funny thing is, I'm pretty sure this thing's top speed is lower than some of the, speed limits that I drive to on the way to work. I have a 75 speed limit on the way to work when I'm on the highway. I don't think this thing could hit that. Yeah, I'm trying to cut. Do you mind? Wang, wang. I didn't even realize, but this thing has a second rear view mirror. I see the line. This truck is too fast, though. His economy shitbox is faster than my economy shitbox. Yeah, I'm being mogged by a delivery truck. He's shitbox maxing. Oh. He has a trash can. Yeah, he may have a trash can. The issue is I'm a waste bin compared to a trash can. For what is a bin to a can? Exactly, it's trash can, not trash can't. Unfortunately, I am the trash can't in this situation. I don't think there's much I can do to try and overtake him. Except try and cut. Yeah, get wrecked. I slapped him with my tail. Gotta cut every checkpoint and corner. He may have let me win, though. Yeah, I think you let me win. You just said, you know what? I feel bad for you. Here, have a win. 5 laps of shitbox driving. May I never drive a shitbox again. I do like how in this game, though, that if you really wanted, you could take your shitbox and, like, just kit it out. Make it the fastest car ever.
You did it! Qualified to race a giant mech! I never thought I'd say that. Anyway, you complete the showcase, and that next wristband is yours.
Alright, well, let's go. What do you guys think about if I were to, like, do Duke Teaches or something? I was thinking about, like, maybe trying to do a Duke Teaches type deal where I, like, try and present a topic that I'm somewhat knowledgeable or caring about. Unfortunately, slightly better than shitbox. I do not trust the shitbox.
Just a massive mech standing between us and our new wristbands. Not too impossible, right?
I don't know if fun would be the word I would use. But I'm not here to judge. Responsible driving. Know a lot about it despite... I mean... The other thing is, I'm kind of skeptical that I have enough knowledge about anything to present it, though, if I'm going to be honest with you. Like, one I kind of got the idea of by, like, helping others with, you know, some troubleshooting, is, like, using some of the more advanced features of Windows, like doing a basic tutorial on what PowerShell is, how to use PowerShell, and, like, check Event Viewer to see what went wrong in your system to diagnose issues. But I don't know if I actually know enough about it to teach about it, or if anyone would actually be interested in learning that sort of thing. Have you tried lying? Yes, but... I know, despite what you might believe of me, Cinder, I just want you to know that, I do believe in telling the truth most times. Learning what now? Basic, higher level, like, Windows user, stuff. So, like, PowerShell, Event Viewer, the system registry, like, understanding what it is, teaching you how to use it to, like, your advantage, that sort of thing. You trust people with Shell? I don't trust people with PowerShell. But at least teaching them what it is and what it can do, you know, might be useful for knowledge purposes. And at the very least, understanding Event Viewer and how to use it to troubleshoot might be a skill that, you know, people might be able to use later down the line. Who knows? Your boy cannot drive. I don't know, what do you guys think? I'm down to hear your opinions on this. PIDs would also be useful. Remind me, what does PID stand for in this case? Because PIDs, for me, stand for positive identification. Good to go. 9-line dropped. Strike on target. Splash. BDA. Standby for BDA. Process ID. Oh, yeah. Yeah, PIDs can be useful too. God, my military... I was also gonna ask Leorovich, since you're here. You might know, since at least you appear to be quite intelligent. Who knows? I appear to be quite intelligent sometimes, and I know I'm not, but... I was gonna say, What's the phenomenon called where, like, an insular community knows that it's really shitty, and they will, like, joke about it to themselves, but if an outside force jokes about it, it's, like, a gigantic, faux pas. Like with the military, right? When branches make fun of other branches, it's like, haha, happy go-go. But if an external force makes fun, it's like a extreme faux pas. One of the most basic things with PowerShell help dramatically with any transition to Linux. Yeah. I mean, yeah, the overlap between Linux and PowerShell. At least being able to move around in directories, but I feel like any good OS these days should have a good GUI. Just racing Gundam, huh? Is that what we're doing now? I don't care how fast this car is, you ain't beating a Gundam. Also, it can fly. That should be cheating. Hey, you know how much property damage that is? Make dir, tutorial. Make directory. Cat. Touch. Chmod. Chedit. Holy shit, this car does not want to stay on the path. Actually, I know a term for that exactly. I've only referred... Oh, yeah, tribalism, I guess, yeah. I was just thinking about it today, because I was thinking, like, there's a lot of communities where, like, it's shitty, and people know it's shitty. But if anyone other than the community dares insult it, people will, yeah, circle the wagons and rally. But when it comes to, like, internal, it's not exactly like tribalism, because people won't say, like, everything's, you know, good and jolly. But it's only, like, we only accept criticism from internal sources, not from external. You know, if you didn't live the life, you don't know what it's like, man. The Steven Universe fan base. I'm glad that I'm not a part of that. I've heard that the Steven Universe is second only to Undertale in terms of, like, the fan base. In that sense. Do you just be breaking everything?
Collision avoidance protocol. Assembling.
I told you, flight's BS. Change directory, see users, tutorial. More like make user tutorial and then CD to it. Weirdly enough, friends and I were talking about that Saturday in Homestuck. Ah, the Homestuck community. Never a less pleasant fandom I have met. Except, like, My Little Pony fandom during certain time periods. I think that fandom has kind of calmed down as far as I'm aware. Dude's literally just styling on me at this point. Like, is this even a race? Ow. Crush the car. Yeah, for real. I found, I don't know, what's the phenomenon called where, like, when a community is smaller, it's, it tends to either go, like, two ways. Either it will be extremely insular, where everyone knows each other, but will refuse to have anyone, you know, like, join, or refuse to let anyone join and keep everyone out. Or they'll become, like, an extremely friendly and welcoming place.
In a showdown across Tokyo City. Congratulations.
It just doesn't feel like an earned win anyway. The dude literally just ran out of power at the finish line. But, yeah. Like, the Ace Combat community isn't huge, but I'd say it's, like, one of the most welcoming ones I've met so far. People are happy to celebrate when you,
this Horizon Rush event. It's a cold one.
Are happy to celebrate with you when you do well and you do good things. And, like, if you say, like, hey, I played this game, people are like, oh, hell yeah, what'd you think? Versus, like, Undertale, for instance, where it's like, oh, well, you're not a real fan if you're like that. Or, like, the TF2 community, although I'd say the TF2 community is, like, a 50-50 between either being welcoming or being, like, the most toxic place that you would never want to, like, ever go to. Maybe that's just me, though. Gatekeeping? Maybe. Hey, Lorray, how are you doing today? How are you doing today, Lorray? Hope you're doing well. But yeah, I guess, like, certain communities, when they get really small, will become, like, extremely gatekeepy, and then others will, like, become more welcoming. But when a community gets really big, they will be extremely gatekeepy. Like, car community, guitar community, I've noticed, is pretty gatekeepy. Although, to be fair, I kind of just, like, how do I say it, like, interact with those from a distance, so maybe it's not the correct, how do I say it, correct interpretation. And then you've also got, like the gun community, which I'm more intimately involved in, but you have different sections. There are the people that are extremely gatekeepy and assholey, and there are people that are very much just like, hey, if you're here, we just want you to have fun and stay safe. But it sometimes can be very hard to make that difference, so I can also see how it may seem gatekeepy too still. Thanks for grabbing your daily stew, Lorray and Cinder. Glad you're doing okay. I'm doing good. Just glad to be back from a honestly mediocre day at work, chilling. Going vroom vroom in some cars. 22 Acura NSX. Unfortunate? You know what? I kind of want to drive the Toyota. The gun community could have the actual gun, 3 actual gun designers and engineers in a room. The only thing they'll agree on is 2 of them are wrong. You're not wrong, especially like Keltec. I don't understand how Keltec pumps out any designs without someone just saying, you must be huffing paint, because hell no. You're the best driver ever, though. You beat a Gundam in a race. Yeah, totally. And not just because it ran out of power at the end. Hold on. Okay. This thing really wants to drift. Yeah, the tail really wants to flip out. I mean, we made Norwegians, made the... Oh. Landstead's revolver for what I only assume the meme. Look, if you think whatever gun you think is a meme, just look at what Keltec has made, and, yeah. For instance, if you know, like, the P90 gun and the magazine it uses, Keltec said, what if we make that and make it usable in a pistol? And made a handgun that uses P90 mags, just cuz. If any gun designers are smoking crack, it's Keltec. Also, I think this car isn't good enough for this race. Yeah, no. We need to swap cars. Keltec just has fluctuating QA, but looks like Gunlawn decides that fit is dumb or not. If they think it's dumb, they'll engage in a bit of malicious complaint. Yeah. No, you are 100% correct. Instead, revolvers of magazine-fed revolvers. Let's say it didn't make the cut. Ah! I mean, it's not as bad as the revolvers that had the gun that had the rocket-propelled, thing. Your state hates 10 plus rounds. Here's a 20 round internal mag. Hope you like strip. Yeah. That one random, like, 5.7 pistol. The 5.7 for, because you can't have one. Let's try this again with a better car this time. Just notice that the Miata's American since the driver's side's on the left. Despite the Miata being a... well, whatever. Okay, yeah. That is much more manageable. At this point, I'm waiting for them to make a belt-fed shotgun. I'm pretty sure there's already a belt-fed shotgun. Just that it got... What is it? Because it's belt-fed, the ATF automatically determined it to be a destructive device. And because it's a Class 3 item, no one's gonna buy it. Actually, no, it's not even a Class 3 item. No one can buy it. Because it's a destructive device. Make it pump action, too. Well, that's the thing, is the Keltec made that KSG, which is like that shotgun that's bull pump action, and has 2 tubes in the rear. Although, if I'm going to be honest, the only people I'd buy shotguns from are Beretta, Benelli, and Mossberg. Remington lost my faith because they sold their operation and their QA standards have dropped significantly. Gotta take out a car or two to assert dominance, you know how it is. Holy crap, I am not winning this race. I cannot drive. Get out the way. Duke coming through. Yeah, wow. That was bad. They used to be a Great Duty and Hunter, Benelli, and Beretta seem too pricey. Yeah, I mean, it really depends on what you're looking for. Like, I've owned and shot a Beretta 1301, good gun. A Benelli M4, good gun. Benelli M2, alright. And a Mossberg 500 and 590, good guns.
Okay, Duke, I have set your route to the nearest street race.
Yeah, that was just bad. Well, I finally at the point where I should probably start getting new cars. Oh, I have wheel spins. Wow, I have 7 wheel spins? Gambling! Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Never go gambling, kids. That's pretty good, isn't it? Ferrari, LaFerrari. I think I can't stop winning. Aw, dang it. We got a new horn. Well, at least 200k is a pretty good amount of money. I don't know, but you guys in chat, what are your guys' hyperfixations, if you have any? I love hearing about people's hyperfixations. Don't tell anyone I said this, but I think it's pretty hot when someone can tell me all about trains and planes. Don't tell anyone I said that, though. 53k. It's better at kind of everything except off-road. Why not? Let's drive it. How's it handle? Battletech and geopolitics.
Of course you are. This is a perfect spot. These car meets are where all us like-minded petrol heads park up and just, you know, admire. Daikoku's one of the most iconic car meets in the world.
I mean, to some extent. I mean, the funny thing is I find that the real thing about geopolitics is geopolitics is essentially an extension of history, typically. Like, you have to know a lot of extenuating circumstances in history to kind of understand the current circumstances that usually involve a nation. But I digress. But tell me about Battletech, Lirovich. Take me into your world of Battletech. You know what? Fuck that. Who needs to tune cars anyway? Holy shit, this thing likes to slip. Nothing but drifting. Wow, I am really falling behind. Maybe we drop the difficulty back to average, because, it's a bit rough, I ain't gonna lie. Clean racing, heavy air quotes. I don't think my car's fast enough for this. Or my opponents are, you know, probably better than me. Because they actually know how to turn and shit. Let's at least turn this turn properly, please. Long story short, nerds of the 80s wrote the future trademark before the fall of the Soviet Union. GM made fusion engines. Nerds made funny muscles, space colonization, nukes, don't do that. Ah, my favorite trope, the, don't build this, Torment Nexus. I hate that every day. The whole, like, you know, joke about don't make the Torrent Nexus becomes more real as every day passes. If you guys know the meme I'm talking about. But holy shit, I cannot drive this thing. I should probably get... I don't know, I should probably use community setups. And tunes. Car just does not want to turn. Ow. NASCAR. I do like, I don't know, what kind of 80s future is it though? Because like, 80s future is also like, wasn't Alien also a 80s future? Or was that a 70s future? Yeah, woof. I'm doing terribly. Please drop my difficulty back down. Space Illuminati, UN decides to go show off the power of friendship against poor people who don't want to join. Yeah, that's typically how those go. I want to say even Cyberpunk's lore or something similar to that.
Okay, Duke, I have set your route to Jordan Chambers.
Nukes, Fat Genghis Khan shoots UN Space King in the face. Yep, that's how that goes typically.
Now, I know that bridge is pretty recognizable, but what direction? I'll leave it to you.
5-way slap fight for the Space UN King chair. Eugenic weirdos try to invade Comcast Tech. Please say no. What do you say? It's closer to like...
Looks like an open, grassy expanse. Ugh, heartbreaking.
Is it kind of like a... What's the phrase? 40K. Warhammer Space Future. Bleh. Wait, no, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to buy a car. Game, please. Not like this. Alright, whatever. Let's go find some cars to buy. I do like how a lot of like 80s future is just that the future's fucked and the world's fucked. And then it just seems like these days it's very much like, but what if we do everything that causes the world to be that way in the stories, but in real life this time? Nothing could possibly go wrong. Not at all, except kind of at the topmost level. Comcast and Filthy Clanners have all the good tech after the Fat Genghis Khan Civil War. Brotherhood of Steel style tech hoarding. I like how there's so many like sci-fi slash, you know, future comparisons to make. Like every evil corp you can compare to Arasaka in some way from Cyberpunk. Or like tech hoarders, you can probably make some comparison to the Brotherhood of Steel from Fallout. What other like big sci-fi future? Or Wayland Yutani, Umbrella for evil corporations, except that people are definitely gonna act like that. Okay, that was kind of a cheat cut, but like, you know what? We've all... Comcast also forms a techno-religious cult. Isn't all of 40k humanity kind of like a techno-religious cult? Anything like that? With the tech priests and all that? Although I guess that only really happens if you like completely lose understanding of like old tech. Though, I don't know. There has to be at least someone in the world that printed out Wikipedia and has it in like a bunker. I do wonder some days, though, that what would happen if the internet were to just, like, disappear tomorrow? How much, like, you know, how badly would the world be affected? Like, I don't think it's any surprise that the world would basically be almost inoperable due to how important telecommunications are. But, like, how bad would it be? How much knowledge would we lose in that short amount of times? Ow. The cult did, the religion was made to preserve how to do things, and they lost their actual reasoning why. I mean, to be fair, that's a lot of, like, engineering work at a job when you have like outdated code or we just do things this way because it works and we don't know why. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I'm surprised there aren't more techno-religious cults at work. Bless the mainframe with incense so that it works when you're out for a Christmas holiday. If you don't bless the mainframe hard enough, it's gonna crash and you're gonna get called in. Upper engineering stuff, or you learned it from other sources. Oh, that wasn't too bad.
Okay, Duke. I have set your route to the next maze day trips.
Also came from across Robotech caused massive legal issues for a while. Oh yeah. I think it's hilarious how Macross got named into Robotech in the Western localizations. I kind of want to replay some games from my childhood. I'm getting a PS2 emulator set up. And one of the games I do want to play, aside from, like, I have all the Ace Combats ready, I just need to make my PS3 controller work. I also want to get Robotech Invasion and Battlecry working. Because Robotech Invasion was my childhood, and I've also heard good things about Battlecry.
Okay, so we're not quite done with our day trip just yet. This one's a bit higher pace, but just as scenic. Taking in some beautiful traditional sights as we pass under the Matsumi Great Bridge. So let's roll out. Gonna feel a bit faster in this section of the day trip.
Of course. I mean, at least it's fast cars. You know, we need a new Macross, get the Project Aces lads on it. So, that's the funny thing. So my friend at work is a big Gundam fan. And he was telling me about how in the Summer Games Fest they announced a new Gundam game. And he said that it looks a surprising lot like Armored Core. And I'm gonna be honest, Armored Core kinda does remind me of Ace Combat in a way, so... I'm just saying.
Japan drastically evolves with the seasons, and each one is such a sight. I have climbed Mount Fuji, by the way. As a part of an expedition, it took 12 long, grueling hours.
Stop bonking me off the road,
You
asshole.
are wise to climb Mount Fuji, but a fool to do it twice. I'm taking that on face value. My legs still ache, but the views...
Oh. Yeah, no. That was a terrible turn. Okay, maybe I slow down a little earlier.
Oh, you have to do it. Once. This next lineup of cars, you should have seen on a racetrack somewhere. But remember, this is a guided tour, not a race. I need time to read you all my nice facts. Tricky corner up ahead. Slow it down.
Got a weird middle child. Yeah. I mean, Macross has a lot of DNA shared with Gundam though, doesn't it? I'm gonna be honest, I've never really watched too much of Macross or Gundam, and I'm kind of just making assumptions.
Okay, the reason why you booked on is coming up. The Bandai Azuma Skyline.
Damn it. Okay, I turned too early.
Bandai Azuma Skyline offers a beautiful drive. It's like a high-speed nature bath and a serious test of your driving skills rolled into one. Now let's not forget to mention, this is one awesome road to drive on. Snaking, turning back on itself, it makes demands from those that push limits. As with many roads in this area, they were built to cut through the expansive forests. Trees are often replanted using techniques that preserve the root systems. So rather than demolish, we simply move. Japan cares for its
Not sure, would have to look into it. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't watched anime in a hot minute.
Turn your attention to the
Like, the last anime I watched was the first episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure with an X, because she was very insistent that I watched it. So now, I'm gonna be honest, whenever I see JoJo, I kind of just automatically associate it with her. Now, it wasn't a bad breakup or anything, like, she was pretty decent and normal. Just extenuating circumstances at the time. But yeah. And then before that, I think it was like Cowboy Bebop. Like, some of my favorite anime, if you were to ask me, and you can kind of call me an old head for this. Cowboy Bebop, Code Geass, Golgo 13, Detective Conan.
We have another view of Fuji to your right. Coming up on the left, you'll be able to see a traditional torii gate. These gates represent a passageway between the earthly realm and the sacred realm of the spirits. These gateways, traditionally made from wood and stone, are each a unique work of art.
That was enough bonking, but we made it.
End this day trip in a blaze of glory. The correct answer is yes.
I like how everyone else looks the way that they do, and then you just have my character.
So, we are looking at hitting a speed zone.
Gee, I wonder who's my character.
We all know what a speed zone is, Jordy. Come on, let's go.
You want to look like a blur to a speed zone camera? You want
I hated Code Geass, granted I also hate high schoolers, say the little thing.
Machineworks Porsche
Fair enough. I'm guessing you're also not a fan of Persona then.
off your laps. With the face and engine of a 911,
I mean, Code Geass also has the buff of being the first anime that I ever watched, unfortunately.
Sir,
But I can totally
a
see
diplomatic
how
envoy has sent their entourage.
someone could dislike it. Oh, uh-oh. Hey, Lyra, thank you so much for the raid. How are you doing? What were you guys up to? Ooh, what were you making in art today? Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for the raid. If you got a raid and run, I completely understand. Make sure to take care of yourself, hydrate, do whatever you gotta do.
Really sweet.
mate, anytime. I'll keep joining as long as I can add a bit of a twist.
Deal. It's better.
Doing good. We're doing a low poly, don't mind me, fella. Nice.
That's fine by me.
How's that coming along? Hope it's coming along well. Appreciate the raid again. Glad you're doing excellently. In the next few weeks, I should be picking up an iPhone, so you know what can become possible. Also, just don't mind me figuring out how to do turns, because turns out Duke is bad at driving. What can I say? Oh, this is a really nice car, though. Turns really well. Heck yeah. Yeah. First anime was Ranma 1/2. I've never watched it, but I've heard good things. A lot of people really like the lady interest in that one, right? I acknowledge Persona is good for some reason, but it's also high schoolers at a JRPG.
a guest has
grind and
arrived.
min-max. Oh yeah, for sure, I can see that. Hey, Stytimus, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Did you ever watch anime, Lyra? And if you did, what was your first one?
There.
Or what's your favorites, too? Because for me, if anyone asks, my favorite is, not Code Geass, Cowboy Bebop. Despite it being, like, generally kind of standalone episodes, I quite enjoyed it personally.
Check out this
Oh, Full Alchemist? Oh, yeah. Full Alchemist was very good. One of the other reasons I got into guitar was to learn, like, anime openings, and the Brotherhood opening, I think it's called Again by Yui.
I have a city-bound day trip about to
I really enjoyed and wanted to learn how to
Wow. Okay. That's really showing me how
play,
it's done.
which is the reason why I did. Cowboy Bebop or Cyberpunk Edge Runners. You ready to cry all over again with Season 2? Actually, yeah, no, never mind. I take that back. I did watch Edge Runners. I don't know why it completely slipped my mind. I don't really watch anime anymore, but because of how good reviews for Brotherhood, or not Brotherhood, for Edge Runners was, I decided to give it a watch, and it was surprisingly really good. Yeah, feels bad, man. But you know it's good when it makes you feel emotional. Don't mind me. Not exchanging insurance information. But yeah, it's nice to kind of reminisce. Trying to think of others that I used to enjoy in the past. Out of curiosity, I know it's a very old and kind of oblique anime, or opaque, obscure anime. Does anyone know what Golgo 13 is or watch any of it? Because I feel like whenever I talk about it with people, it's just like a gigantic question mark. Despite, I'm pretty sure it's one of the longest running mangas of all time, if I remember correctly. Although, to be fair, the people who like it are a very specific type of person. But yeah, again, Lyra, if you got a raid and run, I completely understand. Make sure to take care of yourself, especially after stream. Make sure to eat something and hydrate if you gotta. I will say, though, I am very hyped for Cyberpunk Edge Runner Season 2. I'm very curious what story they're going to tell, though. I wonder if it's going to be another similar premise, like Street Kids or whatever, or maybe they're going to, like, take a more corpo route. Maybe a story about the Nomads. There's a lot of, like, you know, factions and whatnot. Ooh, an Eclipse. I've got a lot of B-class cars. I don't know if I need any more B-class cars. Even though the Eclipse is kind of a nice car.
Okay, Duke. I have set your route to a nearby speed trap.
Wait, hold on. If I'm doing a speed trap... I don't know how I got this car. Alright, let's see how it is. Gotta love cargo vroom. And just like that, $2 million worth of damage. Look, I never said I was a good driver. Oh wait, hold on. Let me just kind of flip this baby around. Whee! Don't mind me. Okay, there we go. That should have been 3 stars, right? There we go. Yeah. 170. What was I even gonna do? Oh yeah, this thing. Any of you guys play racing games at all, or...? I don't think I ever really asked any of you guys. Yeah, what... Well, I did ask you guys for your favorite games, but... What are you guys playing currently? Broom, broom.
Welcome, day trippers and thrill seekers.
Is that a Golf?
I'm Neha Sagawa,
Nice.
and I will be your guide on this very cool.
I think the old Golfs are some of my favorite, like, old cars. They look very unassuming, but
your cameras ready and let's roll out.
Can typically be like sleeping performers. Oh, of course I get the Honda.
Stay together.
Give me
as
the
much as
Golf.
possible. Tokyo City is a busy place with a lot of traffic. Other road users may not have the same driving skills as you. I like to put you in cars that turn heads. It doesn't always mean supercar. Sometimes it means, oh, I have not seen one of those in years.
Yeah, driving
It's
skills.
hard to imagine, but if you were here in 1971, it was a world without the Honda Civic. You would have had to wait a whole year. You would then have to wait until 1974 for Honda to produce its sportier model seen driving with us right now, the Honda Civic RS.
Yeah, well, turns out I'm faster than all of you. Stop crashing into cars.
Welcome to Shibuya Crossing. Outside of Horizon Festival times, this is one of
Hey,
the busiest
I'm
pedestrian
driving
crossings
here.
in the world. With around 3,000 people crossing at peak hours, when the sign says you can go, you have to go. It's not nicknamed the Shibuya Scramble for nothing.
Stop crashing into me. You adults.
To your right, that striking structure is of course Tokyo Tower, the second tallest man-made structure in Japan, originally purposed as a broadcast tower. Every 5 years, the tower gets a fresh coat of paint, taking a whole year to complete the job, using, get this, 28,000 liters of paint. I mentioned that you never have to go too far to see nature, and Jinkugaya and Ginko Avenue is one of my favorite examples. Great for car spotting, may I add? This urban area is lined with a corridor of trees, bringing year-round color to the city. And in autumn, it really
6
is
minutes and
such a
40
sight.
seconds is target time.
I wanna bring
I think
special
I'm doing
attention
this
to
in
the day
3.
tripper in the Civic RS. One of
I'm
my
also first.
absolute best friends coming all the way from the UK with Jordan Chambers, who you'll meet soon. We always had a dream of joining the Horizon Festival together.
Gotta go
So I want
fast.
to shout out to great friends, good times, and fast cars. Okay, everyone. Up ahead. we're
Man,
gonna
imagine
come to a stop
redlining at
and park your
96
cars
miles
in
an
a
hour, though.
designated area as we head into the next part of this day trip.
I love retro cars more than anyone I know. But you're about to take this Honda Civic Type R for a spin. Well, more than
Hey, that's a
spin,
car I can actually afford.
into your hat, yeah?
All right, well, don't be too long. See you at the next part of the Tokyo City day trip, okay?
I'm on my way. I'm gonna take a more leisurely route, I think. See you soon.
Okay, May, looking forward to it. We're doing the opposite, by the way, whatever the opposite of leisurely is.
I'm sure you'll figure it out, Jordy. Talk about an upgrade, right? A long way from the first generation you were just driving. But you know, you have to respect your elders.
Excuse
Otherwise,
me.
we wouldn't have this beauty, would we?
Is this like Heat? What was Heat? 88 miles? No, Heat wasn't 88 miles an hour. That's Back to the Future. What was the bus's speed in Heat that you had to stay above or it went boom?
Okay, day trippers. I hope you enjoyed part 1 of the Tokyo City day trip. Take a moment to stretch and have a break before we set off again. I'll call you all when we are good to go.
Sweet. Let's just do more day trips.
Okay, Duke. I have set your route to the next May's day trips.
Wow, I'm here.
All right, everyone. Time to hit the road. Now this is the part you have all been waiting for. An iconic place for Japanese car culture, where you never know who will turn up. That's right, team. Daikoku PA. So what are we waiting for? Let's roll out.
I don't really like hatches. I don't know. Just never really been a fan.
Daikoku PA. Now, I'm sure you know what that means, but for all those at the back, it means parking area. Tucked in under the highway, this PA is world famous.
A lot of games in October I'm very much looking forward to playing.
For obvious reasons. Also,
Ace
besides
Combat.
This is a Nissan parade.
Ace Combat, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4. Hopefully that's not garbage. But you know what? Screw it. I want to play my favorite slop of booty.
You will see every badge of every car manufacturer if you wait long enough at Daikoku. Of course, you can always guarantee a JDM showing, but US and Euro imports will sometimes roll in and get the cameras snapping.
Oh, that's true. I took my car there last week and ended up staying for 3 hours talking to this one group of people. I do like talking, you know. And car people want to be around car people. And Daikoku is full of them. I have to mention the Nissan Silvia with us right now. Nissan's S chassis has always been a go-to drifting platform, as well as a car that is just a joy to drive. But you know me, if I can slide a car around a corner, I probably will.
Okay, we're getting close. Daikoku PA is just up ahead. Make sure you roll in with style.
Oh, okay, yep. Terrible turn. Terrible, terrible turn. Like, wow, that was a terrible turn. There we go. A more controlled turn. Not a great turn, but a turn.
I have the pleasure to introduce Jordan Chambers. You may know him from his drifting exploits and Horizon legend, Nakamoto Midori-san.
Thank you, May.
Hello, everyone. So happy to meet you all. May, please, it would be an honor to race. In fact, I insist, Daikoku can wait for now.
I don't think there's anyone in the world taking their Ferrari street racing.
I normally say stick together, but scratch that. This is a race.
That looks like a Ford GT in front of me. Wait, what? What was that? I didn't hit the wall. I'm being gaslit by the game. Yep, just casually slamming my $2 million car into side railings. Oil barons in Bahrain. You're not wrong, actually.
You're not sightseeing, are you, Jordy?
I'm also pretty sure that,
I'll leave you to focus then.
oil barons are the only thing... Oil barons and Chinese players, if I remember correctly, are currently the only thing keeping the Counter-Strike, like, market alive. Although I'm pretty sure they just had another gigantic market crash, because Valve made it more reasonable to purchase certain skins. Although, to be fair, I really don't think there should have ever been an item that was worth more than $1 million in that game. Don't get me wrong, Counter-Strike is fun and a good game, but I don't think there should be items worth as much as they were worth. Maybe that's just me, though. Don't mind me. Just crashing through all the bollards again. Oh, yep. No, too late to brake there. Yeah, like here. Eh, 5 seconds. I don't know if I can make that. Let me restart this race.
Tough competition, right? Wanna
Yeah.
go again?
Let me restart. That was a really bad run. Woof. Let's try that again.
say stick together, but scratch that. This is a race.
You know what? I'm going third person for this one. I am so bad at turns in this car. Should I be using the handbrake more?
You're not sightseeing, are you, Jordy?
No, no. I'm locked in.
I'll leave you to focus then.
Right.
Okay then.
May.
Maybe you both need quiet time?
Yeah, good idea. Quiet time. For now.
Don't mind me and my terrible driving. I will say, despite me being a terrible driver, the game is fun. Very low stress compared to, like, Elden Ring. Which, yes, does keep me on my toes, but man, that thing is stressful at times. And whatever, just hold pedal to the metal and hope we get there. And just crash through the barrier when we need to. Come on. Okay, there we go. Barely 3 stars.
That was a race.
Oof.
Yeah, it absolutely was exactly that, May.
Agreed. Hope we can do it again soon. See you around.
Barely cutting it.
Okay, Duke, what do you want to do now?
I guess let's drive the shit boxes again.
Route to the road race event.
How do you do it? We are not slow, but you make us look it.
Excuse me. I can't drift. Oh wow, I can't. Yeah, the car's fighting traction control. Tires are incredibly slippery. The funny thing is that this is supposed to be Simcade, whereas if I play a full, like, Sim Racer, I'm sure that I'm going to absolutely get my ass handed to me. Am I also the only person that, like, if you're playing a racing game and you're going really fast, like, the faster you go, the more you lean into the monitor or TV or whatever? Furthering my shrimp.
Abandoned along the coast here.
Huh. Seaside parking, maybe? Let me know when you find it.
Check the clue.
A GT somewhere here, eh? Okay, in hindsight, Yeah, especially if I'm going off-road. Let me take, like, a rally car. Hopefully that's a bit better. Yeah, much better off the roads. And you know what? Hug the roads. Any hidden cars anywhere around here? Nope. Gotta go fast. Beautiful drifts. See, I can improve. Okay, this thing does want to counter steer though. Or counter drift, I guess? Counter steer, counter drift. Oh yeah. Give me that. Let's even recommend it. Yeah, what's recommended? Do tell. Guess I'll take this. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Give me that Lightning McQueen. Beautiful. Isn't it a beauty? Ka-chow. Oh yes, glorious shitbox racing. Oh yeah, look at those slides. The engine's screaming as I'm barely pushing 80. Oh, is that Bowie knife? I've heard legends of this character. It's Bowie knife. It's alright, I got this. I don't know. Much tamer than the rumors I've heard, though. I've heard he, like, goes out of your way to smash into you, though. Could always just be, like, the community memeing. He can come from the top rope for real. You gonna hit me with that YY ladder stall equivalent in a car? Lightning McQueen shitbox. First place. Excellent. If there's no cliff, you're probably safe. Got it. So he's like Randy Orton or whatever, right? Slithering around.
Okay, Duke. I have set your route to the cross-country.
Alright, get me out of this shitbox. Give me a real car, please. I'm gonna die if I have to keep driving in this. What are you all having for dinner, by the way? I'm still trying to figure out what I should have for dinner. How do I change the livery? Ah, there we go. Livery. What you got? Hello? Did no one make anything for this? No. I have to hit star. Forza livery, Forza, wait, manga. Of course there's an anime one. I kind of like the Lightning McQueen again, I'm not gonna lie. Is that a real person? What are all-time greats? Show me what the all-time great liveries are. Basically the same. Oh, there's a Miku. What to take, what to take. Of course, there's an Uma Musume one. Actually, you know what? Fine. Gotta go fast. Maybe pizza. I don't know. Pizza could be good, but it could also be I honestly just don't know what I'm feeling today. If any of you could have whatever you wanted to eat right now, what are you guys going for? Carbs. What, like pasta? Actually, pasta sounds kind of good. I love me some noodles. Not going out of my way to bump it off. Oop. Got it. Oop, onto the ad break. Uh-oh. Just poop. Bye. Drift. Turn. Do have some questions when you guys get back from ads. Still have the feeling of just going fast. Excusez-moi. Ooh, a mini. Oh wait, no, not what I meant to do. Minis are cool. 86K though. Yeah, let's buy the mini. But let's store it. That was an expensive mini. Let's also demolish this. Nice. Yeah, this thing's got great handling, though. Boom. You know, what if I just take the straight route? I was gonna say, what if I just take the straight? I say, screw the roads, I'm carving my own path. I mean, in real life, I'd probably be totaling this car already. The suspension probably can't even handle, like, a mild jump without being destroyed immediately. Yeah, isn't this where that one car is? Oh yeah, cool.
Who would leave a car like this all the way out here? With an engine sound like the RX-7, it is a complete crime that it's been silent for so long. Ready to get to work? Good as new, right?
Welcome back from the ads.
I'm looking forward to seeing.
A fine addition to my collection. Yeah, thank you all so much for hanging out with me. If any of you are still here, though, I did want to ask real quick. How did you all find me?
Such a classic sports car. Actually, thinking about it now, the RX-7 was the first in a line of fast, sporty Mazdas. A pioneer.
I'm just curious. Alright, what's a recommended car? Meh, meh. Meh. Really, that's the entire... I think I found Crumb via raid, and then she raided into... Oh! Well, thank you for being along as part of that raid. You know what? Why not? BMW, sure. I'll buy a Beamer. What livery should I go for, Learovich, by the way? Help me pick a nice livery for it. But I'm glad you found me, though, Learovich. It's been a pleasure having you here. And that goes for the rest of you, too. It's been really nice having you all hanging out with me, chatting. For rally car, gotta go loud. No, but the livery. Like, there's anime, there's just flat green, full black. Hey, Sad Knight, thanks for grabbing your daily stew. How are you doing today? I can go just black, a police livery, I guess, anime, BMW livery, more anime. Yeah, finally dinner time. Nice, what are you having for dinner, Sad Knight? Waifu car? Alright. Between... Coco, Catgirl, Kikara, and Chen Qianyu, and Hatsune Miku. Which one are we going for waifu car? Pork loin, potatoes, and corn. Nice! Delicious. Save some for me. Wait, how'd you season the potatoes? I'm gonna be honest, potatoes are one of those things where it heavily depends on how you season it. Good seasoning can make or break potatoes. You know what? Why not? Hatsune Miku car. Let's ball. Of course it's a Hatsune Miku car. I'm thinking Miku, ooey oo. I'm thinking Miku, ooey oo. They're like some sort of herb and kind of buttery. Excellent, that's delicious. Gotta represent. Funny thing is, she isn't even a VTuber from what I understand. Like, she's basically just a text-to-speech program, in a sense. Because someone just, like, it's one person who recorded all the sounds for every possible sound, and then it, like, being combined together in a program, right? Potato... share? Potato delicious, yes. Got cheddar bacon burgers. Ooh, those sound delicious. Come over, wife will feed you. Unfortunately, I must get my own food, spend my own money. I will say, holy shit, these cars are surprisingly fast. Not really agile, though. Basically a meaty with extra steps. Okay, yeah. Boys are like a synth program. Yeah, that's what I understand. I really should have put rally tires on this thing. So I'm pretty sure this thing has sports tires, which may or may not be recommended. Yeah, maybe I should tune this thing with like rally wheels. Miku and Tour in the States or something. I've been seeing a lot of clips of it lately. Oh, didn't know. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really the type to go to concerts. And this is where you are all obligated to call me an old man, because I'm gonna be honest, even for the bands I do like, concerts are really loud. They hurt my ears. Not a fan of concerts either. Like, I really want to go see the bands I like perform live, but A, like, the prices are stupid expensive, and 2, they're just, like, really loud. With you on that, though? Sweet. Oh yeah, I was gonna ask, for you guys, minus Leorovich since he answered, do you guys remember how you found me? I know Ryan, but for the others, how did you find me? I'm just curious how you guys end up, you know, finding me. Glad to have you here, though, don't get me wrong. Yeah. Shocker. Who would guess? Hold on. Let me put on some new tires on this thing. I remember you collabed with Yuka. Yuka? Remind me, Yuka. Trying to, like, reach into my mind to remember who Yuka is. Ukulele? How long ago was that? Because the name is, like, ringing bells, but not quite. How do I edit this car? Excuse me. Oh, I have 2 wheel spins. Gambling! Goat lady. Oh, yeah. I remember now. Oh, come on! Almost! Come on! Gambling always wins! Rice wheel spin. Oh! I remember now. Yeah, I think that was a good time. Man, that was so long ago. I should hit her up again. I think it was good. Nico was in New York and Chicago in April and May. Oh, nice. Was that like a party animal stream? It could... No, I think it was a one-on-one, right? You were the smart friend. Oh, yeah. Well, that was Lamari. Lamari called me the smart friend so that I could take that, take that title from Max. That was how that went. If you want to know how that happened. That's not hard to take from Max. I mean, I also like to still think that despite my goofiness and stupidity occasionally, I'm not entirely dumb. I like to think I have my moments.
Welcome back, Duke.
Ah, there we go. Cross country, A-class off-road. Let's see. Yeah, whatever. We go for this one. Oh, only 13k? Sure. Food is done, I'll go eat. You have that very niche random knowledge. That works for me. Also, does this include, like, tires? Okay, I hope that includes tires. Let's see how this handles off-road. Trying to think what other, like, random niche knowledge I have. I don't know, I also like to think, occasionally, I have my moments where I can give good advice and be wise, sometimes. Rarely, but sometimes. Let's try that again. I'll also admit that I have moments where I'm very dumb, though, as well. Oh, this thing handles great. Yeah, who would have thunk? User tunes are pretty good, even if my driving is pretty bad. It's funner to be done. I don't know about that one. I don't know. I like being smart when I have my moments. Which, again, is rare, but still. How am I drifting in a four-wheeler, though? What you got for me here this time? Ooh, a Golf. I love Golfs. What you got? 45K? Yes, please. Being smart comes with a lot of stress and worry. Being dumb lets you relax. Ignorance is bliss, as they say. Is it? Ignorance can be bliss, but that's the thing, is do you choose to be ignorant, or are you unwillingly ignorant? I believe unwilling ignorance is bliss, but choosing ignorance is self-sabotage? I don't know how to describe it. But yeah, in my opinion, there's a difference between willful ignorance and unintentional ignorance. And again, yeah, also very much depends on the topic. Gotta go fast. Whee! Oh. Yeah, 120 miles an hour to 0 miles an hour with the amount of force, I am dead. Ooh, BMW M3. Gimme, gimme. Ooh, BMW M3. Ah, yes. That's expensive, but man, that looks nice. I hate people who drive BMWs, but I cannot admit that they look cool. Or, I mean, I can admit that they look cool. Even if I do suck at driving them. Cars fighting for traction. Alright, I think I'll do one more race and then we'll call it for today. And then tomorrow we'll be back to our usual Elden Ring shenanigans where I get absolutely bodied by the game. Best example of this, during our wedding, we had a family member who wasn't doing good health-wise and was declining during the day, and we all kept in the dark because wedding day. Yeah. Ignorance is bliss in that sense, yes. And it was also unwitting. But I guess, like, the opposite, if I were to give an example, would be, like, choosing to ignore the fact that, like, if your wife or your spouse were sick, because, you know, choosing to ignore that in order to forcefully have the wedding day for some, you know, self-serving purpose. For a counterexample. Suppose that is ignorance. Didn't think of it like that. I mean, we all have our different perceptions of what ignorance is, you know? Like, I'm sure you have your own opinion of what it means to you, and there's what it means to me. There's, like, you know, the official dictionary definition of many words, but many people also have their own opinions on what certain words should mean as well. I really like Mercedes, too. Why not? Just get all the cars. Give me all the cars. Connotation versus denotation. Yeah, I guess. Honestly, yeah, give me that 2008 BMW. That thing was nice. Well-known fact, Doritos are not healthy. I choose to ignore that. And you know what? I think that, in that sense, yes, ignorance would be bliss for you. And it's an okay ignorance to have. Last race for the stream. Lock in! Are you even trying? Damn. That is a BM livery if I ever saw one. You know what? Let's go third person for this one, too. I swear they put nicotine on them. Well, they put MSG on them, which is basically just as bad. I see, it's not my fault. Exactly. Come on. Let me pass already. There we go. Found the line. I'm gonna be honest though, I never really found Doritos particularly appealing. For me, my vice in terms of chips is Korean onion rings or Funyuns if I don't have those. Or the Hot Cheetos fries. Specifically the fry version of the Hot Cheetos, not just the normal ones. Those are my guilty pleasure chips. Actually, Sad Night, any particular flavor of Dorito for you? Nacho cheese, Cool Ranch. What's your guilty pleasure? I burned myself out on fun. You know what? Fair enough. Also, I would not blame you if it was because of how they made the roof of your mouth feel. Not classic nacho cheese. I mean, classic nacho cheese is nice, yeah? It was the roof mouth thing? Oh, I see. Understandable. That's why I like the Korean onion rings. They're like Funyuns, but better flavor, and they don't rub the roof of your mouth. And just like that, I think we'll call it there today. Alright, alright. Let's wrap this up.
Okay, Duke, what do you want to do next?
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, Duke, I have set your route to the dirt race event.
Okay. Alright, thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. I had a ton of fun just chilling and playing Forza Horizon today. Speaking of Rice Joe streaming. Speaking of Rice Joe, let's go raid Rice Joe then. /raid Rice Joe _. Alright. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you had fun. I know I did. You all really make this fun. We had a chill day today playing Forza Horizon, but tomorrow we'll be back to suffering in Elden Ring, so you can all watch me die a lot. I seriously appreciate you all for being here. I have a ton of fun when you're all here. I hope you make sure to take care of yourselves and have an amazing day. I really appreciate every single one of you being here. You guys make this what it is. And honestly, I could not have asked for a better community. You all are great. Have a great one.